Welcome back to the Euphoria Roundup, everybody. Yeah, that's it.
What an episode.
I don't even know what to say.
Well, I guess it's 2 episodes. My brain is just solely focused on episode 7 right now, but we do need to talk about 6 and 7. And then next week's the finale, man.
Yeah.
And then we're done. And then season 2 is not coming out, or season 3 is not coming out until 2024.
2024?
Or 25. I think it's 24. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Are you joking?
Takes them a long time to get all that makeup on, man.
Fair enough. I mean, some of the looks they serve, but still.
I really miss, do y'all remember when television was one season every year with 24 episodes?
And it was just like a once a week thing. Like, yeah.
No, now how fucking
now
long
you get
have
8
we been
episodes
waiting
every 5 years
for Stranger Things?
Like,
I think I was 14 the last time I watched Stranger Things, honestly.
No, I find I'm not like a loyal fan to anything now because I can't
so far
regularly tune in.
It's few and far in between.
It's few and far in between. Like, Orange is the New Black was like my shit in the first season.
Is it still going on?
I have no idea. I stopped watching after like the second season because I was waiting like a year for it to come out. I feel like that's like the time when things started taking a long time. Like Netflix really changed the game.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think it's because like the production quality is higher and that's why they need to film just 8 episodes over 4 years?
I mean, not necessarily. I think it's probably could be cut down a few years.
At least.
You know, like, come on.
I mean, it's not that hard, like to put out an episode every week, so I don't know why they can't.
Are they that good?
Are they Euphoria level?
Let's talk about our quality.
Yeah.
Our content quality.
You know what? Let's not. I don't need any more Sunday Scaries that I have.
Okay, episode 6.
Yeah.
To be honest, I feel like it was kind of a, like not light, but like not too much happened in it because the episode before that was like
so deep.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy. So yeah, what happened in 6?
My favorite takeaway from episode 6. Ooh, I dropped my fidget toy.
Not the stress ball.
I need to.
Lauren got in trouble for playing with the mic, so now she has a stress ball.
I have a lot of feelings, and I'm an anxious being. But I do want to get them out. I do really want to get one of those anxiety rings that you can twist.
No, I do too.
Because if you heard weird noises in our episodes, which you definitely didn't, just these 2 nerds over here were listening to it. But I was twisting the end of the microphone because I get anxious when I'm talking. But anyways.
We should get sponsored by anxiety rings, like an anxiety ring.
Just company. Overall.
And then we just always are just wearing it and
twisting
playing with it.
We'll look coked out, like 6 rings, just 6 rings on one hand. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so when the episode first comes in, we are seeing Rue in that Jolly Rancher scene, which made me cry. I don't know why.
It was sad.
It was uncomfortable to watch. Like, so were they trying to show like that she was really struggling? Like, I didn't get it. A lot of people said that the scene was like so deep and beautiful. I didn't understand it because I don't have any like experiences around people who are addicts, so I don't know. But apparently people really loved that scene. I saw people
of her just trying to unwrap the Jolly Rancher.
Apparently people were saying like that it really reflected, you know, what it's like to be an addict and stuff. I saw people saying that on Twitter. I don't know. I'm just sharing that because I don't know, but.
I mean, I don't know what they were getting at, to be honest, because I didn't see the tweets. But I think, just from what you've just said right now, probably has to do with, like, the struggle of everything, like some kind of metaphor for that.
Well, I mean, her body's probably just going through so much shit
like,
right now.
To me, it was just, like, she couldn't get it open. But she did get it open by the end, right?
I think so.
So maybe that was, like, kind of the full circle moment. Yeah, like, you know.
An artsy shot about hope.
Yeah.
But then she calls Allie and apologizes. I thought that apology was really good. She did a really good acting job there because it did show someone who's actually guilty and awkward. Like I could genuinely tell it was hard for her to apologize because when you are that age, it is hard to apologize to a grown ass adult.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And especially over something like that, like she really was so mean. And I think he did a really good job of being like forgiving and you know demonstrating that.
Just, you know what? I count my lucky stars every night. The one time I will ever thank you, Sam Levingston. Did I say it right that time?
I honestly don't know. I just call him Sammy in my head.
Sammy, I do need some dog love right now because this is a bit much. Hi, studio dog. But I really liked how he came in and validated Gia's feelings.
I know. I was going to say that too because I think being a family member of an addict is something that's definitely overlooked.
There
In
could be a
media.
whole spinoff just on how Gia copes with the things
Yeah,
that Rue does.
100%. Yeah. I think it's definitely important to show.
And he
And
was
just
so right in saying, like, well, she's betrayed you or lied to you multiple times by saying she would get clean and then wasn't, or she,
yeah,
you know, like, you are allowed to be angry, which was a fair fact, you know?
yeah,
Because nobody ever validates Gia, and they talk more about that in episode 7, but
yeah. No, I think it was really good. And I just think in the media, like I said this before, and I'll probably say it multiple times, addiction is just not shown in media properly ever. So I think Euphoria is doing a better job of that this season. And I think they're trying to kind of make up for last season, because I know that was super, they got a lot of heat for it being a little romanticized. But now it's like kind of real addiction, like how it affects the family, how it affects Rue.
yeah. And I, like, in episode 7 is when you really understand the depth of it. Rue is in, I think, 11th grade now.
Yeah.
And it showed her doing drugs at her dad's funeral when she was like 13 or 14.
Yeah, 14.
That's years of drug abuse, like years.
Yeah.
Brutal. So sad. Why do we talk about the show? It's so fucking sad.
No, it's literally a sad show.
Cassie's just absolute temper tantrum storming around her house.
Yeah, I mean, Cassie, girly pop.
Girly pop. We
Girly
have a couple
pop.
things to talk about.
What are you doing?
I think well, let me say this. I thought I got comedic value out of that scene. One, those 3 women that play that family, like the mother and the 2 daughters, I believe them. I believe they are a family. They work really well together.
No, they do. They're really like solid. They have a solid dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like realistic.
I really do believe that like they are sisters and that they just live in this like chaotic household and chaotic lives, and like none of them have obviously dealt with any of their trauma, and like I think that comes through in how they communicate with one another. Can you tell I watched the show pretty baked?
We're like, yeah.
Cassie running around her house just absolutely like attacking people. Bro, that was me 14, like when my hormones started coming and I didn't really know what was going on. I would just go around my house and be like, who do I want to absolutely ruin their day today?
Let's cause some trouble.
Let's cause trouble.
Let's cause
and
trouble
that's what
today.
she was doing.
And she was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's just scream at everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, she's going through a lot. I don't think that's an excuse, but
they do fight like sisters, which is
they
refreshing, because I find sometimes in shows it's either like, oh, you suck, or they like try to kill each other. This is a good realistic sister fight.
Yeah.
Just from being, well, I only know sister relationships because of producer Brianna and her twin. But
yeah,
because I don't have a sister, you don't have a sister, and none of my friends have sisters. So
yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I think one of my friends has a sister.
One of my friends has a sister.
And she's kind of like my sister too, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they did a good job with that. Also, Cassie just it kills me how disconnected she is to the situation. Like,
yeah,
her and Lexi's conversation when she was like, I'm not going to tell you why Fezco did it. You'll tell Nate. I don't trust you. But no one does.
Girl, why do you think they would? Like,
that was an annoying
like,
voice, but she did it in an annoying voice. But it was so funny. And like, it's not funny because she's going insane. But you know who's the real MVP of this season?
Who?
You know who really stood out to me and took it home and also did on episode 7?
Let's hear her.
Cassie's mom.
Oh, I love her.
I can't snap, but
no, she's so funny.
Those are my
She's so
snaps.
funny.
Her saying, God, that girl needs a fucking exorcism. And I guess I didn't realize how close those two families are, like Rue's family and Lexi's family, like showing in episode 7. I like her at the funeral and the mom doing the dishes at the funeral. Like they're close and they've been close for years. So I think episode 7 made more sense to the scene in episode 6 when Cassie's mom defends Rue and it's like, Rue's had a hard life. But
yeah,
I was shocked at that line that Cassie said. Her dad died and our dad just stopped calling.
Yeah, like
fucking punch me in the gut, man. Why don't you? Jesus.
Cassie, I don't know. It's just like, it just shows, I feel like the show really puts a whole emphasis on nobody has like just a clear-cut story.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody does. And it's like that in real life too. Like everybody has their struggles and nobody's right all the time and nobody's wrong all of the time, I feel like.
it's honestly the show's biggest advantage and biggest disadvantage to have characters that are so well written, so multidimensional, complex, because there's just no way that each character is going to get enough screen time. Like, I am so connected to all of these characters, even like Nate and Cal. Like, that I'm connected to their characters, meaning I want to know what they're going through. I want to feel what they're feeling. Not that I sympathize with anything that they go through, but it's just, I don't know, that is where the show like does a good job and does a bad job, because one of the biggest critiques this season has been every episode is a new show. And I think it's just because they're in over their head with plots and with characters.
I don't know, though. I think the whole point of the show is to show, I don't know if there's supposed to be one main plot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what people miss. Like, it's not supposed to be like this one storyline. It's kind of more about the
observing
the lives, kind of exploring the complexities of life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's supposed to be like one big plot line.
It's also a massive cast.
Not me like making fun of people for over analyzing Euphoria and then being like, well, it's just like about the complexities of life. Like, God.
The show is so interesting because people talk about it on Twitter all the time and like get so deep with it, when I don't know if it's meant to be analyzed that deep.
I think it is, but I think it's like, I think some people try to be deep when it's not deep about like random things. So I think you have to be really like critically thoughtful about certain things.
I loved the TikTok I sent you the other day where it was like, did you notice this small foreshadowing detail in Maddie's birthday makeup? And the girl was like, no, like I'm just watching the fucking show, man. Like, I don't.
The detail was literally that the eyeliner had sparkles in it. And I was like, I wouldn't have noticed that, to be honest. Like, I'm more focused on like the whole, you know, drug addiction thing, the whole.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about the 17-year-olds who have access to heroin.
Who's literally shooting heroin up her vagina in the last episode. But
speaking of heroin use, I actually got to throw her back to our first episode recap. I have been informed that you can't do heroin on up your labia. I was informed by a heroin addict. No, it was it was Brianna.
Producer Brianna Googled it for us.
And she was listening and she was like, that just doesn't seem correct.
No, Brianna's like, I actually have experience with this.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. She said I couldn't talk about it on the podcast because it would sound like she did it.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
She Googled it, guys.
She did Google it. And she was like, I think that you should say that. Like, say that you got it wrong. And I was like, why? So that, like, people weren't going to try it. Like, I don't think, you know.
But you know what? What if they were?
So, yeah, I just want to correct. If you are going to do heroin, make sure you're not doing it up your labia. It won't work.
But we also have a strict no drugs policy.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, we, this is a weed-only zone. We don't do drugs.
Anything grown from the earth.
Yeah. I guess we'll include that too.
But yeah. What happened next?
Oh, I'll tell you what happened next, Miss Madison.
Yeah.
We got some Fexy.
Oh, yeah.
I loved that.
That was a really good
Also,
scene.
I just know his house. Well, his house is probably just fucking reeks like weed. My phone. But I just know it's so cozy. They made that couch and those blankets look so comfortable.
No, because the way he looked at her was so cute.
Mm-hmm.
The way he was like, it's just literally adorable.
They just seem like they can be their genuine selves around each other, because I think that those characters are just in their real life and in the aspect of the show, not like the characters' real life, or the characters' real life, not the actors' real life. They're just being used for things. Like Fezco's being used for violence or drugs or whatever. And then Lexi's being used for everything under the goddamn sun. Like by Rue. Like people are just always bossing her around, making her do things. They're the only two people that talk to each other with like no expectation of the other person giving them something.
Yeah, that's facts. I also just think they're cute because I feel like that's such a like common relationship in high schools and stuff, but you never see it in media. Like the kind of nerdy girl and then like the kind of like drug dealer guy. That kind of happens a lot. I don't know. I was the nerdy girl a few times.
Favorite trope.
Yeah, like it's a funny trope. It's a really good trope, and I feel like it's just not done enough. So it's kind of refreshing.
I know.
And they're just cute.
And them watching Stand By Me. Okay, I know this is a bad look on me, but I've never watched Stand By Me.
To be honest, I don't even know if
I watched the
have.
Family Guy episode that recapped it, so I'm pretty aware of what the plot is. But I did see people saying they think that maybe the end of Stand By Me foreshadows what happens with Fez, because I believe
that could.
one of the characters in Stand By Me gets stabbed at the end of the movie and dies.
I hope Fez doesn't get stabbed and die. I think Fez is just gonna get arrested.
I think he's dead.
Think he's
Either him
dead?
or Ashtray. We're not walking out with both. We're not leaving season 2 with both, I don't think.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
oh, and then I also saw people saying like, oh, if something bad happens to Fez, like, do you think they'll play Stand By Me when Lexi finds out? And you are sick and twisted, whoever said that. Fuck, don't put that in Sammy's head.
That, like, what? I don't know. I mean, I kind of hope they do now. I just think, like, I don't know.
It's just such a good slow burn, right?
I just think that's so not fair for Lexi.
Well, yeah, obviously
not. Like, that just sucks. It just sucks.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
It just sucks. I don't even know what to say. Like,
you're correct, and you should say it.
I have no other words.
Say it one more time.
It sucks.
Yeah, there you go. All right, now we have Faye. Listen, I'm growing to love Faye more and more every episode. That's my bitch. That's my homegirl. That's my my day one.
I like Faye. What did she do in episode 6 specifically?
I'm
thinking 7.
Take out the trash like the absolute queen that she is.
Right, and then she
ran into her boyfriend.
Who even knows his name? Do we even know?
I keep going to call him Moose or Mouse, but that's the guy that died.
I have no idea who it is, but Faye, I'm a little disappointed in Faye, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Like, her loyalties are just with the wrong crowd, I think. But then
I
also,
don't think
they killed someone, so
yeah,
like, it's kind of fair. But, like, I just love Fez,
I don't know if me being a Faye defender, I don't know if it's that her loyalties are in line. I think that she just doesn't have a voice. Because remember, if we look on the first episode when it was like, it's fucking New Year's.
Yeah, she didn't even know.
My boyfriend doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah.
So clearly she's pretty used to this boyfriend of hers running her life.
Yeah.
Now she's living alone with Fez, who's like probably way nicer to her than her boyfriend is. So I just think that she just doesn't have a voice. Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
It's honestly more realistic that Faye didn't run in and be like, you're getting set up.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But it just sucks that she's not going to turn out to be on Team Fez.
Yeah, episode 7 really showed
But
that.
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
So let's go to one of my least favorite places on earth.
Okay.
The Jacobs home. Literally, hell. The gateway to hell is the Jacobs house. That little disgusting, absolutely revolting love. When Nate comes downstairs and the piss is still on the floor.
Yeah.
Aren't you guys rich? Get someone to clean that up.
Or just do it yourself. Like,
I know, but they're assholes, so I know that they wouldn't.
I mean, it's just gross. And just that whole conversation with his mom.
That conversation made me really uncomfortable.
No, same.
Because it felt like your mom got too drunk and overshared is what it was feeling like for me. And also, I think that gave us a really good... The thing with Nate's character that I enjoy... Hang on. The thing with Nate's character that I enjoy is that there is a lot of reading between the lines when it comes to understanding where his head is at. And I like that he doesn't tell us, or we don't find out exactly how he's feeling. We kind of have to infer, because Nate's not the kind of guy to tell you how he's feeling.
Yeah, like, it would be very real. It's very realistic to, like, if he was a real person. Like, you would never know.
So this was my interpretation of that scene, is that he is like, he's on a high. His dad is gone. That means that, like, life is about to get so much better for him, because I think he blames every single wrong thing in his life on his father, which is a fair, I mean, your dad sucks, buddy. Yeah. You got major daddy issues. But you could tell he was kind of, like, on top of the world almost, as much as he can be. Coming downstairs to talk to his mom, and then when his mom was talking and said mean things to him too, like, said, like, something about him being a disappointment or something like that, you could just tell, like, it's not just his dad that's the problem.
Oh, 100%. His mom is definitely twisted, and I'm dying to know more about her.
It's not even just like he has mommy and daddy issues. Like, I think that he just thought everything negative about himself and his life was could be credited to his father now that his dad is gone, and the mom is still disappointed in him. Like, it's him, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I took away from it, but it's such an interpretive show. Like, people can take things so many different ways, especially when a lot of it is inferred or read between the lines, you know?
Right.
So then Nate decides to slip back into his old sociopath ways and go visit Maddie with a gun.
Oh yeah, he made a few trips out, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He ran his errands.
He took a page out of your book, which is only leave the house once.
Yeah, you leave the house once, run all your errands, and he did that.
Mm-hmm.
He saw Maddie.
Efficient.
Yeah, he saw the whole Maddie thing was.
Yeah, okay, let's be serious with that because that was fucked up,
twisted.
I was horrified. The scene where she comes in and goes into the bathroom and you can just see him sitting with the gun. It went on for way too long because the point of Euphoria is to disturb the audience. Like,
it's like suspense.
Essentially the entire plot.
Suspenseful.
It was disgusting. It made my stomach flip. I'm actually horrified of that character.
Nate?
Yeah, I really do get scared, like, genuinely, because he's just every horrible, abusive, toxic trait in a man, in like men, like bad men, all in one. Like, he's every bad guy ever, and he's just the face of it. So I actually get horrified when he starts acting like that.
When he was on top of her with the gun and he was like literally pulling the trigger, like playing roulette, basically.
And then he turned it on him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That is so fucked.
I'm just not understanding why everyone is freaking out about the tape. We have to get this tape, pulling out guns to get this tape, and then we're burning the tape. What generation are we in, y'all? She watched it on a MacBook. She obviously copied it.
Yeah.
Like, why do we need to get the CD? She obviously, that's on her cloud.
No.
Like,
yeah.
you know?
I don't really get that either. Like, there
it does need to be addressed.
More than one copy. Like, it seems so outdated for the show. Because the show is so, I feel like, 2020, you know?
Even if it's not, like, Maddie would have taken a picture on her phone or something. Maybe that'll be addressed more in the episode or when I think
that's going to be like a grand reveal.
Season.
Yeah, no, literally. Like, we're going to be clocking into season 4 when we're 80.
Yeah.
In the nursing home.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Euphoria Sundays. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's so twisted. And then so he went and gave it to Jules, which was nice of him.
That was a really interesting scene because they're really slow building his desire for Jules.
Yeah.
You know,
especially in, I don't want to jump ahead, but episode 7, that little moment.
Also very interesting when he said, I meant everything I said. And then she said, yeah, same.
Yeah.
If you think about what they said to each other, like...
No, like... They said they loved each other, didn't they?
They, like, loved each other,
yeah. Like...
And I think that Jules talks about in her special episode, which you're our special episode specialist.
Yeah. I watched it once,
when
3 years ago.
Like, yeah. When she was like, I think I'm still in love with Tyler.
Right.
You know? Which I understand, you know? You can still be in love with, like, a fake version of... You know what I mean? Like, to her, that was a person.
No, yeah. Like, she's grieving who she thought he was.
Yeah. But, honestly, I just want to skip past the Maddie thing because the entire thing really made me uncomfortable and I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But...
I will say about the Maddie thing, I feel so bad for Maddie. I think Maddie is getting absolutely fucked over this season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and... in episode 7, when she was talking about leaving East Highland.
I guess the name of this.
I guess that's what it's called. Yeah, I picked up on that last night. It's East Highland. That's where they're from. It's not Euphoria High.
Where's East Highland?
I have no idea. I just know it's called East Highland. Anyways, but when she was saying she wants to leave East Highland, she was like, I just think that's the best thing for her. Like, I do think Maddie needs to get out of that town.
Yeah, totally.
I hate this town.
East Highland High School is a fake Euphoria.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but Highland, California is a town in San Bernardino. Anyway, Fun fact.
It would be in California.
Yeah. One more thing. That's kind of everything for episode 6, but I like having a narrator on a show more than I thought I did, just because of the. Let's not talk about Jules and Elliot. Fuck them.
Yeah. No,
that was so funny.
I love a good like funny narrator moment.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny that we're not getting a lot of Jules or Elliot because it's like Rue doesn't want to talk about them. So
yeah,
you know,
relatable content. Honestly,
mm-hmm.
There's a few people I don't want to talk about.
You see a little bit about Jules because she's definitely still thinks about her, but like she's definitely just like fuck you, Elliot. Like she's done with Elliot.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll come back. I know he's such a fan favorite and people would really want him to, but it almost feels like they're just like fading out his character.
Yeah, we'll see. I think in the season finale, because I think the season finale is gonna blow up for like every character. I think there's gonna be something, especially for Jules, because we didn't really see like in episode 7 we didn't see much of Jules in the play.
Yeah,
but
I saw people being like, "Oh, I think." Somebody's like, Jules laughing, but Act 2 gonna get her ass.
Yeah, no, like literally, like, girl, just wait until after intermission.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be
coming for you.
Yeah, Jules is gonna be flamed.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about episode 7.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, episode 7. Tweet of the night is from @JubBookie on Twitter. 15K retweets. Says, "I'll excuse teen opioid use, but I draw the line at misrepresenting high school theater department budgets."
Yeah.
I mean, they're right. They should say
totally
it.
fair. I was gonna say the sets
that
Lexi
revolving
had for
set.
her play. Wow, absolutely excellent.
I know. So I joined a couple minutes late. Did you watch it right from the start?
Yeah, I did.
I joined like 5 minutes late. What happened in those first 5 minutes?
In the first 5, I'm honestly not even sure. I was gonna say, yeah,
the screen thing. I did see that when I came on.
That was pretty much like. I feel like nothing happened before that. That was like super relevant.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, oh, the play's about to start.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, the screen.
Overture.
Overture. What does that mean? Is that theater
It's
talk?
basically like it's the orchestra before an opera. Like just the music. They do that before operas or theaters or plays.
I mean, when they did that, I thought that meant that when they did that, I thought that meant that the entire episode was going to be shot as the play.
I mean, that's not too far off, honestly. Like, it was back and forth.
I know. It was
kind of
a lot. Yeah.
It was confusing. Yeah, it was really good, though. I really liked how they did it. I think it was a little, I don't know, a little much. I think we also got a lot of information, not in the most, like, easy way to understand.
Yeah, I know. Another thing that I will not stand for is misrepresenting the amount of people that come to your high school play.
No, I was going to say, they got everyone at that play.
That whole town was there.
Bro, when I was in student council, do you know how hard it was to get people to go to a dance?
I know.
Which is supposed to be fun. Like, no one went to the plays.
I know. I was in a play.
There was pretty good turnout for the plays.
I was in a play.
I guess it was just the events I was throwing.
Yeah. I was in a play in high school, and our set was 2 chairs and empty beer bottles, and like nobody came. So,
That's brutal.
Anna Ganesh, where was y'all's energy when I was in that high school play and none of y'all turned up?
Where's that Eastland High energy?
Yeah,
okay?
I want that Eastland High energy.
Is it Eastland High? Is that what I said it was?
Eastland?
East something? East Highland. East Highland.
East Highland.
Not me saying it 10 minutes ago. Not even knowing.
East Highland, yeah.
We'll stick to Euphoria High. Calling it
Euphoria High is way better, yeah.
It's funny. I feel like that's like why they named it now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, the sitting was very interesting. We had Rue alone, sitting where Fez should have been. Then we have Jules sitting alone, Elliot sitting alone, Kat and Maddie together, and then Cassie and Nate together. And Cassie's not sitting with her mom.
Yeah.
The drama
of it all.
Because Cassie, as we know, is now living in Nate's house.
I mean, not anymore.
Not anymore, but at that point in time, she had been moved in, and she was in her Julia Fox era, having Nate just sup, it's yay,
stop,
uncut gems.
It's Nate.
I can't see by the time that
Uncut Gems is over. It's not even funny.
Uncut Gems is over, but I can't stop saying it.
Did you? She came out and said, "Guys, it's not my first language. English is not my first language." And everyone was like, "Oh, Valley Girl is." You're saying like
So
Valley Girls are first.
yeah, there was this
Like it's not an accent thing, girl. Like it's not an accent thing.
This is our pop culture roundup now.
Yeah.
She said so many things. One, she said she was stoned in that whole interview, and that's why she talked like that. Two, I was watching this TikTok of this girl from like Calabasas, and she was like, I don't understand like why everyone's upset. Like that's how I would have said Uncut Gems. Like that's just how we talk over here. Like whatever. And somebody commented and was like, yeah, you know, this is a fair point, but Julia is from New York, so I don't really know why she talks like that.
It's just kind of the
Uncut Gems. I think she might just be perma-fried, honestly, but I mean, who isn't these days?
To be honest,
some of my
Julia
favorite people are
Fox,
perma-fried.
Did you watch the interview?
No,
me either. I'm kind of just like she honestly interests me. Like I don't know, is she controversial? Like what's the story with Julia Fox? I genuinely don't know.
I just feel like if I like. And this is going to sound dumb, but like, I don't know. I don't want to listen to an interview with Alex Cooper. I don't.
No.
I don't think she knows what the fuck's going on. And yeah, I know.
Not us.
We
not
have
us
a Jada
doing
Nahas
whole
interview coming out. I know.
No, but I feel the same way. Yeah. I can't comment.
I don't want to hear none of y'all. Oh, it's like the call her daddy, whatever. We're done. We're done with that.
No.
Season 1.
Honestly,
Shut your mouth.
Ever since,
joking.
And it's kind of frustrating too because I wanted to watch the Emma Chamberlain one too, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I can't. Like I was like, I'm like anti call her daddy now.
I know.
It's
I really
so bad.
used
I don't
to
know if we
love
should
it.
say that.
Whatever. I mean,
yeah,
whatever. But I really used to love it, and I will say that like I loved it in my first year of university.
You
Listened to it all the time.
You have the flag.
I had the flag that my friend's girlfriend gave me. I didn't even buy that flag. And I don't know. I can't fuck with their energy anymore. I don't know. It's not what it used to be. It lost its spark. It lost the duality of having two people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think it did lose something when Sophia was lost, and I'm not saying it got better. And I'm not like I'm just saying like it's just different.
No, I know. I agree.
But I was never really a huge fan of it, to be honest. Like I never really listened. I obviously listened to a few episodes. I don't really, to be completely honest, I don't really listen to podcasts.
No, you've never been a podcast.
Like I've never been a huge podcast person. You
just like to talk.
I just like to
have
talk.
People listen to you because you're a narcissist.
Not even though.
No,
like I don't know. I honestly hate that people listen to me talk.
I know.
Like it stresses me out. But what can you do?
I mean, so that's our little snippet on our feelings towards Call Her Daddy. If I see one Call Her Daddy comment, you're all done. No episode next week.
I already
Grounded.
know. I already know that, and this is coming out on Wednesday. And only real ones watch the Euphoria episodes, so only the real.
These are our motherfucking dogs with us right now.
OGs are watching right now. You guys, I'm calling it now. We're gonna get compared to like it's gonna be like like Jamie Lynn Spears and Alex Cooper, and it's gonna be us and Jada. Like I feel like there's gonna be like a Dow memes about it or something. Do you know what I mean?
Don't ever say that. Don't ever say that.
No, I'm putting it into the universe. But if it happens, at least we said it publicly that we called it.
Dude. I actually would throw up if we ended up on Dow memes. That would be it for us. That would be our crisis. That would be our crisis.
I know what I'd write about for my crisis response paper that I have to do.
Me too.
But
me.
To be completely honest, like
Dow memes guys making fun of me.
I would love to have him on.
I know. I DM'd him.
The man behind the meme.
He never answered.
Like Mr. Dow memes, if you're out there.
Yeah, if any of you got connections, let us know.
Okay, us getting completely derailed.
Totally
Euphoria,
off track.
Sorry.
So Cassie's living in Nate's house, and Nate's like dressing her up, doing her hair, making her look exactly like Maddie.
So weird. So weird. I loved Maddie's comment. Well, at least she looks the part.
I mean, period.
Like
she ate.
You know what? Maddie is my favorite character,
and
she has been and always will be.
She really beat the mean girl allegations this episode.
She did.
I think Maddie is a really nice girl, but if you fuck with her, then she's really like insane. And you know what? I love to see myself represented in media. I really do, because I am a very nice person, but I also am really, 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 really mean to people who like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I enjoyed feeling represented to this episode.
Fair enough. I'm just trying to remember right now when Maddie was in the play, like, and Lexi was talking about Maddie in the play. Why was she staying at
her parents were
Cassie's,
fighting.
her parents were fighting.
Really bad.
Right.
I do want to come back to that, but I just want to say really quickly before we move on from Nate and Cassie.
Right.
We got to look at what Cassie thinks love is.
Yeah. Twisted.
Babes, I'm going to need you to call Kids Help Phone because
we're like, you need to type in a question to our advice form right now.
We have some serious problems to unpack.
Kids Help Phone.
Literally, because you're what, 17?
No, literally.
Her saying like, you can dress me however you want.
I
can
belong
fuck
to
me whatever way
you.
you want, whatever you want me to do. I want all your friends to want to fuck me and they
Yeah.
can't. I want to be yours. Like,
no, she said some twisted things. There was another thing she said. I can't remember it now.
And the thing is at first I was like, oh, they're doing a little role playing, like, they're getting freaky, and she's just saying this to like stroke his like toxic masculinity. She meant every word that she said.
Yeah.
Even Nate was kind of like, whoa.
No. You know it's bad when Nate's like questioning the things she's saying. Like, it's like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I know. But what do those two do besides fuck? Like, do you think they watch like The Sopranos together before they go to bed? What are they doing?
I don't even know if they talk about anything. Like,
I think they're just fucking.
Like, I think they just sit quietly and then he does her hair.
Braids her hair.
Yeah, like.
I don't have any words for that. I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
So the play was...
Yeah, Maddie, it made me just really feel for Maddie more.
Yeah.
Like, just every episode I do, like, I just am obsessed with Maddie. I think she's a great character. And I think she's, like, underrated, kind of. Because I feel like this season 2, there's not as much drama. Like, she's not going around saying, like, I look like a whore or whatever.
Yeah.
But...
it's more real.
Yeah. Like, she's, like, genuinely dealing with some shit. And she's kind of... I feel like you can really see her growth.
I'm glad that they did a flashback, and we were just talking with Mark about how, like, the episode literally flashed all over the fucking place. You didn't even know what was going on. Makes it a little hard to recap, but if you watched it, then I'm sure you're following along. But I'm glad that it cut back to last episode and it showed what happened when the girls went upstairs. Because I was like, that was kind of a cheap exit for them all just to like walk up the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm glad it showed what happened because it's like Maddie is built up to be this character that like would literally kill someone if they crossed her. And you're saying you just walked up the stairs with her. You know what I mean?
And it just doesn't make sense.
Didn't match the vibe.
And it was so sad, honestly.
I cried. That was the only time I cried.
Like
last
Maddie
night.
banging on the door being like, I would never do that to you.
Her voice breaking when she was like, Cassie, open the door. I would have never done this to you. Oh my gosh. Broke my heart. And
really
I also thought it was
sad.
an interesting parallel between her banging on the door on New Year's, like with so much confidence.
Yeah.
Versus her like literally like leaning against the door being like, open the door, open the door, open the door. I also, I know they wanted her to like play it off as being more like betrayed and like sad, but if I was her, because I would also be so upset and broken in that moment, but like fists would be going through that door. That house doesn't look very structurally sound.
No.
And I think you could get down that door pretty easily. And I feel like I just felt so angry in that moment. Like, you're really gonna fucking lock the door, Cassie? You're really not even gonna say anything?
Yeah. Cassie just yet again.
Maddie was so right when she was like, at least say it was worth it.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Yeah.
No, well, that's the thing. I feel like if you're gonna do something like that, it's like, okay, well, like you're drawing a line with your friend. So it's like that's what you need to be prepared for. And Cassie obviously
she's gonna walk away with nothing at the end of it.
Yeah.
Poor Kat too. Like Kat just being in the middle of it and her being like, she's not gonna open the door. She's not gonna open the door. I feel bad for Kat. Wish she was getting more screen time. At least I got to see her shaking some ass this episode. I was been waiting all season.
Yeah, that was kind of like crazy, just random
reminder.
Moment. Yeah,
and
just a quick reminder.
Honestly, bad call on Sammy's end because it shows that last time we talked about this plot, it was her being something really creepy happened. She was really remember the guy came on and was like, hey.
Yeah.
Remember? And it scared her and she felt uncomfortable and she didn't want to do it anymore. And then it's like 3 years later, we're just not going to talk about it. And she's just like throwing some fucking ass. Like,
yeah.
Can we not talk about this a little?
Kat
Obviously,
just
that plot
deserves
got
more,
cut.
As per usual.
Obviously, that plot line just got cut.
I do like Kat and Maddie's friendship.
Me too.
I really like their friendship. I think Kat's like been a good friend to her.
Kat's very loyal to Maddie, which was nice because they were fighting a lot in season 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say they weren't super tight.
Yeah, it was good. Seeing the play also just even twisted the knife even harder because it's like they've been friends for so long, which I think we forget about. And it showed like one of their most intimate moments as friends, like sleeping in someone's bed and crying. Like that is such a vulnerable moment, and watching that happen on screen, like, oh man, I wanted to cry. Like that was the saddest part of this whole episode was. And another thing I think they did a good job of is when this sort of thing happens, like, oh, your best friend sleeps with your boyfriend. I think a lot of the time people are talking about it and it's like drama or it's funny or it's like fucked and like, you know what I mean? But it's traumatic. Like these people are going through a traumatic thing. Cassie destroyed someone's trust and in turn destroyed a friendship. Like everybody is feeling the impacts of that situation. It runs a lot deeper than I think people think it does. Like it's not just high school drama.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You know?
100%. And then actually too, Maddie getting the dress that she tried on from the
after they had their little moment in the pool. Do you think they're gonna fuck? Do you think she is going to fuck Mika Kelly on camera?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean,
what's the vibe? Like, I feel like Mika's flirting with me when she's talking to Maddie.
No, I know. I'm like, what is the tension is just unreal. I don't know what the vibe is, but that proves that the camera was like a legit thing. She was definitely watching. She definitely saw Maddie try on the dresses because she gave it to her, which is crazy.
I want to be proven wrong, but that whole plot line feels like it's just going nowhere.
It's so weird. Like, I feel like, if anything, it was there just to show that, like, Maddie is, like, kind of mature now, I guess. I don't even know. Like, it's just so weird. Like,
trying on other people's dresses in their closet isn't very mature.
No, it's not. But, like, she's leaving. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like it was, like, to show some stability.
I wonder if it's to set up, like, maybe something happens in that house in the finale and there's a camera and they got it on camera, or
that makes sense.
You know, because if that's where the plot line ends, that was stupid. If that's where that whole plot ends, it was stupid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I do think it could show like her trying on her trying on all the different clothes, like her trying to be something else. I think it also just kind of glimpses into like the life that she wants and the life that she's gonna make for herself, but I just really want to see them tie up this like Mika Kelly plot line well. I guess I don't know how they could, but I want them to.
Well, I don't know though. Is it even really much of a plot line? Like everyone just thinks that there's tension there, but like it could have been. I don't know.
They wanted her to be naked.
I don't know. Naked. There's obviously like something there, but also, is it something that needs to be like addressed?
Yeah,
I feel like if we go back to saying how like Euphoria is all about like the complexities of like stuff, I feel like there's so many things like that in life that are just never touched again. Like it's just like, oh, that was crazy.
But it's a show. Like I feel like everything in the show needs to have a purpose, whether that be, you know, a massive part of a plot or just like a subplot that still has a beginning, middle, and end. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's just the traditional structure of TV shows because that's what makes a TV show good. You should go against structure, but like maybe keep that one, you know?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I think I feel like I'm satisfied with that plot line. Like I think she was just there to be kind of like a not role model, but like a Maddie just needed someone who was like her friend kind of, you know, who wasn't in high school, like a more mature outlook on things. But also, she does have cameras in her closet. So there's something going on there.
Hopefully we'll figure out what's going on in the finale. Do you think that Lexi is fucked for disclosing this much information publicly? Bit ironic of a question, eh?
Is it hypocritical to say yes?
I thought it was hilarious. I think she should do it again.
I was like, well, you know, she definitely is getting the views.
The views, the engagement.
It's called content.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's good for the plot.
Yeah.
But Cassie's crazy eyes came out again at the end of episode 7.
Oh, I love Sydney Sweetie is stealing the show.
I think the fact that, you know, when she had the crazy eyes on the first time and she was like, you don't even know how crazy I am. And then to do it again at the end of that when like she's been crossed, I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen.
I know she's storming up on that stage and swinging on Lexi.
100%. And I don't know, like, I think it's really twisted she did that, to be honest. I think especially seeing the whole, like, I did feel bad for Nate that happened. Like how the whole football scene.
I loved it. The football
I loved it.
Scene. They killed it. That was an absolute production. I'm so sorry I cannot remember the actor's name who plays Ethan. But run him his awards. He really put everything into that. He said, I'm not getting a lot of camera time this season, so he was going to make it worth it.
100%.
Worth it. I couldn't stop watching. My jaw was on the floor. Amazing choreography. Overall, 10 out of 10 from me.
No, yeah, it was so good.
But you feel bad for Nate.
I do feel bad for Nate, but, you know, because it showed, like, him and his dad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk about it, but like,
yeah,
you know, so I just feel like Nate has it's just sad. It's just really sad. Like, I don't like Nate, but I can empathize.
I was very disturbed when he recreated the video with Cassie.
Yeah, that's super disturbing.
Another person who absolutely needs to get some psychological help. Like, that was so disturbing.
Can we just put everyone on that list?
Yeah,
like, can we just get a counselor in Euphoria High, please?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, can I talk to the school counselor because clearly they're just playing Candy Crush on the phone all day.
Where's the guidance counselor at? Because
I mean, that is as helpful as some high school guidance counselors are. I've had high school guidance counselors that were like sweet, absolute angels, but I've also had ones that have been like, oh,
it's work to rule. Sorry, I can't work.
Yeah, our high school.
Okay, no, literally, yeah.
Nate just has so much internalized homophobia within himself.
I know, and then imagine, I just don't think anyone should be outed in any way, especially like that, even if it's, you know, even if he's a terrible person, you know, like he sucks. I'm not saying that what he did doesn't suck, but like, that's like really brutal, you know?
Somebody tweeted, Lexi committed a hate crime, but she did it for the greater good.
Like, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. Like, it is fucked up.
Yeah, but
the choreography was really good.
Someone had to be the one to take Nate down and put him in his place. And nothing's going to take him off his feet more than that. I am horrified for Act 2. I'm so scared they're going to talk about the Tyler and Jules thing, which I don't think he's going to come back to the play. But
no, I think Nate's probably wrapped up. I think it's going to be the characters we haven't seen in the play, like Jules. We haven't seen Jules. We haven't really seen Kat, did we?
Well, we never see Kat anyway.
Yeah, so I was going to say it's like she probably won't come back. But I think Jules has something coming.
Yeah. She was getting a little too comfortable, laughing a little too hard.
Yeah, she was thinking it was hilarious. And it was, but...
Because I guess it is about, like, those girls growing up, but Jules plays a big part in that as well.
Yeah, in Act 2, in high school.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Fez.
Yeah, that's a good question. Mark just asked if Fez will play a part in Act 2.
Like, if she put him in the play?
Yeah, it would be kind of romantic.
We never really talked about what's up with Fez going on this episode.
Yeah, okay.
That little cutie's getting ready to go out.
Stop.
I'm also...
The way he had his little suit on, the roses, the little note card. Her texting him, I saved you like the best seat in the house. I can't.
There she goes.
And he's about to die.
Yeah, and he is about to die.
And like that, have you ever been waiting for someone to show up to something and they just never come?
Yep.
Like, if you've been through that, that is the worst fucking feeling. And like the
Shout
whole time,
out to all of my exes. Miss you guys.
No, like, and the thing is, the show must go on. Like, you still have to do all the shit. Like, Lexi was still running the show, being an absolute baddie, but like the whole time she's checking the chair. Like, and you know what? Like, worst feeling. Worst feeling.
I hope. Here's my little punctuality moment.
Not us talking about it again.
I really hope that Fez left at an appropriate time and that he wasn't leaving halfway through. Like, I hope that those flashbacks were before the play started.
No, I was thinking that
so
too.
that he wasn't leaving to go to the play like halfway through.
No, I think it definitely was though, because she wouldn't be texting him like "saved you the best seat"
Yeah.
before, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, good. Because
after.
that threw me off. I was like, oh, he's already running late.
Like she's not gonna be like
An ick.
texting him.
For me.
No, if Fez was late, but he wouldn't be late
That's the thing.
because he was all in his little suit.
Yeah, he never picked up his tickets. I wonder if that was her first confirmation. Like, well, she saw that he wasn't in the chair, but so I think he never made it.
I don't think he's gonna make it. Like, I think he's gonna be arrested, and then he'll just be gone
or die.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's being arrested because I'm being optimistic.
You want to place bets on?
I don't,
because
I'm not trying to manifest anything negative.
I think that Ash dies and Fez gets arrested, or vice versa. Well, actually, vice versa. Ash is. I mean, you're going in the foster system, buddy, and
yeah,
bless whoever you end up with, because fuck
God,
me, that
terrified
sucks.
of him.
Yeah, imagine
he honestly scares me.
You get a kid and they have like face tattoos and they've run like a multi-dimensional drug ring already.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ! And I'm supposed to read you a bedtime
like,
story, dog. Like,
hey, bud.
So he ain't making it. Faye just doesn't have a voice. Like, she doesn't have the backbone to say any of these things. I actually do. Excuse me. I do think that she cares about Fezco and sees Fezco as like her genuine friend and doesn't want him to be. But I think that she just doesn't have a voice.
Yeah, I think that's a good point.
But Ashtray can sense when shit's off.
No, Ashtray, love his like vibes.
He's so much older this season.
He's so mature now.
I was watching his interviews recently, and I think the reason that they don't have him speaking is because the actual character, his voice is like completely breaking right now, like because he's growing up, so his voice is actually super high pitched right now.
Not the voice cracks.
Yeah, like
imagine he like says something and it's like,
yo, what's up, bro? You want to fight? What's good?
Like, that would be so funny. But yeah, no, and also I feel like it just adds more like suspense. Like, you never know what this kid's thinking.
Yeah, it works for his character that he doesn't talk, because I saw an interview of him talking and he had like that like 13-year-old boy like kind of high pitched voice right before it drops.
Fair.
And he was able, I think, to make his voice drop lower before, because we had more control of it, because that's probably before he like hit puberty or whatever. But so yeah, I just thought that was funny. That's kind of the reason why he's not really talking too much this season. And I don't know, maybe he won't be around for season 3. So
I don't think he's gonna die. I don't think anyone's gonna die. I honestly think everyone's just gonna get arrested.
What's it like to live in a world of rainbows and flowers and butterflies every day?
Girl, I wish that was the truth.
It's true in this, because there's no way we're leaving the finale with not at least one person dead. Someone is dying.
No. I don't think. I honestly don't think anyone's gonna die. Okay, but wait, who is the guy working with? Like, he's working with Lori, or he's working with the police?
Police.
No one's gonna die. I think they're gonna take Ashtray to like the foster system, and it's gonna be sad as fuck. And I think Fez is gonna get arrested.
Are we also just not gonna talk about Lori again?
She's gonna get the money for the suitcase somehow.
Well,
I think that might be
she did.
How?
I saw some unfortunate fan theories about how Rue had like multiple pokes in her arm when she woke up. We have no idea how long she was out. And they seemed to let her just walk out the door. That makes me concerned if she was trafficked while heavily drugged, or it just didn't show that.
I don't think so.
That's what I saw a lot of people saying.
The play though came out. Like, how long could it have been? That doesn't really, I don't think that adds up timeline wise.
Dude, it could be 2 days, like, or a day. Like,
I know, but
it's not like they sent her off to Costa Rica and brought her back.
You don't traffic someone for one day.
If you need 10 grand, like, maybe that's what she did.
I just don't think so.
I don't know. I think
that's one of the reading into it too much and like guessing
like
things.
Analyzing things.
Yeah,
too much.
like,
okay, well then how
there's
do you
just not
explain
enough
3 pokes in her arms instead of 1? Like, there was something happened there more, because it only showed her being injected once, and when she looked at her arm, she had 3
Well, it was
fresh.
Blurry. How do you know that?
I guess it was just insinuated.
Like, yeah,
that it was the
just
one
insinuated.
I think that it definitely needs to be looked. Like, I don't know. I just like. I know that you like the like not addressing things, but like I want to know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Well, I still want to hear from Lori. I just don't think I don't think it's over is what I'm saying. I think there's still something gonna come up, and I think it probably is gonna be addressed next season.
It's just crazy that we only have one more episode left to recap and then 3 years.
I know.
Like, there's no way everything that we're talking about is going to get wrapped up next Sunday.
No.
And then so we're going to be like, all right, well, I guess we'll just see what happened with Lori when I'm 24.
Yeah, like, literally.
Talk soon, guys.
Yeah.
Meet up here in 2024
Talk
with me.
never. Like,
Talk never.
That's the thing. Like, I don't even get how the actors, if I was acting in a show like this, they grow up. Ashtray's going to be, like, literally 17.
It's fine. He'll be dead.
Yeah, like,
His
no,
character
he's not
will
going
be
to be dead. He's not going to be dead. He's going to be in the foster system because you know what? That's honestly really sad. It's sadder.
It is sadder.
It's sadder, and that's what they like to do. And I also think, like, whatever people expect, like, they won't do that.
Well, I mean, if he gets put in the there's no fucking way he's staying there. Like, he would just run away and start his own life. But
yeah.
I'm really curious to see how this show wraps up. I think that, unfortunately, nobody will be satisfied because there's just, like, it's hard to wrap all those plots up, and they like to be really artsy. So I'm sure that a lot of things will be cut for artsy shots of drugs and neon lights. But
yeah,
but you gotta do.
Goes back to what I've been saying. It's just a complex thing. It's
a complex show.
Trying to imitate real life.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's ever wrapped up just how you want it to be.
Gorgeous note to end it on. Well, I guess that wraps up our recap of episodes 6 and 7. We will be back next Wednesday. What, am I wrong?
No, you're right. But next Wednesday, yeah. I was just saying, like, it's just funny that we, it's just funny. I hope people are satisfied with our roundup.
Yeah, I'm not satisfied because I'm like, there's just so much going on. I have so many questions. But we'll be back next week to wrap up the finale
with answers, with
hopefully some answers, and we'll see who wins this little Fez ashtray.
I'm calling it now.
I
think there could be a my hand's all sweaty. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We've been friends for long enough.
Yeah, you know me.
All right.
Yeah.
That wraps up our episode. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure to give us a rate and review on Apple or Spotify. Follow. You know the drill. We won't bore you with it. I guess that's all we have to say this week.
Talk soon.
Talk soon, guys. Thanks so much for watching this episode of The Weekend Roundup. Be sure to like, subscribe, and press the bell button. Talk soon.